Yeah.
But
how he made it, like even
33 hours.
no, but the flight it looked very small, and how much he put the petrol. It was a miracle.
I don't know exactly how much he had, but he had about 2.5 hours left when he landed. So he had 35 hours worth of fuel in the airplane. We've got an engine from an airplane that was built to carry the first hydrogen bombs. It was capable of 50 hours of flight. Over 2 days.
Which one?
One of the B-36, one of the first airplanes the Air Force used for carrying the advanced atomic bombs and the first H-bombs. It was a huge airplane. It had 6 engines.
But I heard that they dropped it in B-17 bombers.
They dropped the first atomic bombs out of the B-29.
B-29, not B-17? Oh.
The B-17 didn't have the range to get to Japan from where they were flying. It took the B-29 to fly in the Pacific to carry the load. And when the bombs started getting bigger, they became heavier. The first hydrogen bomb was the size of a small semi-truck.
Something like that.
Airplane.
Something like that truck?
No, it was bigger than that. I'm talking a tractor trailer.
Oh, okay, got
a
it.
big cargo truck. The thing was huge, and it weighed 10,000 pounds. One bomb weighed 10,000 pounds.
One bomb.
Yeah. The B-29, when we first dropped, the first atomic bomb to drop was a special kind of a stripped down version of a B-29 that was faster, because when you dropped it, you had to get away. you had to be 7.5 miles away in about the 40 seconds the bomb when it first exploded, because if you're too close, it's going to knock you out of the sky.
So it should be 7.5 miles we have to be away from the flight.
And that's why the bombs
exploded.
When you see the
mushroom
pictures of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the bomb did not hit the ground.
It hit 800 feet above.
The 8 to 1,600 feet in the different ones. Because the idea is they wanted down pressure, which is going to destroy a lot of terrain. You want to do it from above, because it pushes everything down in overpressure and destroys the target. If you hit the ground with it, you're going to make a really big hole. Now, strangely enough, if you make a really big hole, you have a whole lot of fallout, because you're going to change all of the dirt you vaporized into radioactive particles. It's all going to fall back down. By doing it in an air blast, you get less fallout, but more physical damage and more heat blast.
So that is more economical compared to dropping on the ground.
Depends on what you wanted to do.
Okay.
You'll hear the term people call about, it's not an atomic bomb, it's a thing called a dirty bomb. That's where you wrap explosives and radioactive materials. And when you explode it, it just spreads radioactive materials around for people to breathe. And that's why they want to use plutonium, because it has such a life and it's easy. You can pick uranium up in your hand. You don't want to play that game with plutonium, because it has gases in most cases and it's very fine particles, and it will kill you really fast. When they built the first 2 atomic bombs, one was uranium, which they dropped on Hiroshima. The second bomb they dropped was made with plutonium. Now, it only took 1/3 of the material for the plutonium bomb. And they were sure the plutonium bomb was going to go off. They were kind of sure the uranium was going to go off. The one they tested in the desert was a uranium bomb to prove that it actually worked before they dropped one. But when they dropped the first bomb, the uranium bomb, they didn't have another. They were forced in the second with plutonium, and they had more they were making, but they were plutonium. It took so long to purify the uranium to where they could use it for an explosive. It wasn't quite good enough to do it.
So I don't think in future uranium will be used for that kind of a
They
purpose.
actually kind of seed the bombs now, and some of the ones in design work they do, they can use a plutonium core and they put uranium on the outside to enhance the ability. When we talked about the B-36 flying enhanced bombs, had a plutonium core but a uranium outside, which made the bomb 10 times stronger than the original ones you started.